Mate, how did you see that third quarter, and what can Morningside do to come back into this contest?
Just before I get onto that, I'm seeing Bill Hicks on the ground. He's limping and he's receiving hugs from coaching staff. He's just in the left of your screen at the moment with a bit of a wobble there. He for me, I thought was just not the dominant player of the first half, but probably the best. And so it's disappointing for him that he won't be able to complete the match. But I think what we've seen is that Labrador have just absorbed the best that Morningside could throw at them, and in many ways that quarter will give them more confidence that they can close this match out than the first and second did. Sure, that's when they built the lead, but now they know that even when they're not the dominant side on the park, their lead wasn't really eaten into it all. And in fact, they scored the last 2 goals of that quarter, am I right? Yes.
That's right.
So in that 3-quarter time huddle, I didn't see complacency. What I saw was confidence and energy. And McCormick during the halftime break clearly got Morningside back on track, but it simply hasn't been enough to overcome the shortcomings of the first half.
Must have helped as well with the Colts players around there with their premiership medallions, adding a little bit of extra motivation, a bit of confidence there, and guys, only one more quarter and you can be celebrating like we're celebrating. I think that breeds that sort of extra motivation. The players on the field or in the huddle there for the reserves will definitely notice that.
It also means they can go back to their seniors and give them curry back at the clubhouse. Absolute curry. It's like, oh, we won our grand finals, where were you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that might inspire them on to next year. But that's another story, one that we'll talk about more in the senior grand final coming up later on today here on QAFL TV. As Walbers brings it down to ground there for the Panthers. Hacked out of there nicely there by Baxter, the co-captain there for the Panthers, up towards Cockatoo Collins there at half forward, slipping over the crucial stage but still recovering his Muff. Up towards McMahon, he turns the ball over. Ball still at half back now to half forward for the Panthers, under siege. Right foot kick around the body from Ed Milan there on the bounce. Made life difficult there for his teammate there, spinning his way out of traffic there was Billy Avers. Kick out here towards Morningside. Good closing speed there by Connolly. Spoke about it in the third quarter. Here comes Reeves. Reeves with a right foot kick, looking for Close. All the big guns are stepping up here for the Tigers here. Close. Will he have a shot? And will he kick a goal? Oh, you betcha. Beautiful.
Not the bravest prediction I've made in my life. I think a lot of you watching this game as well thought, Shaden Close is going to do something magical in the fourth quarter, and that might not even be the best of it. We've still got probably about 22 minutes to go. But you were right, we saw all the big guns there coming through. Reeves, coming through to close up forward. Before that, forgive me, I've forgotten who had, here we go, back here. So, no.
Oh, Connolly was involved in that chase down.
Thank you, yes. So having those 3 players just go bang, 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 goal, superb play by Labrador, and you do wonder whether it's going to blow out, simply because if you're in a Tigers jersey right now, you are feeling impregnable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof now, aren't you, if you're the Tigers fraternity there. And got to give full credit there to Billy Evers. Just that nice little snap around the body under pressure there to clear the ball out. That's he doesn't have to do too many things today, but when he has done some things, it's been quite impressive. As the Panthers push up towards half forward, Milan drops the ball, coming through now like a steam train here. Is the Panthers for the quick reply. Oh, not quite there. Jordan Brown hits the woodwork. Minor score.
He does deserve a goal today, Jordan Brown, but as as you wrote in print this week, deserve doesn't really come into it.
No.
In a grand final. It's what you do today.
Yep, everything that you've done before today counts for nothing. We saw that with Nathan Wright for Labrador in the Colts grand final as the ball goes out of bounds. For those joining us in the Colts grand final, Labrador were 47-point victors. Nathan Wright, the number 25 Guernsey today in the ruck, simply best on ground by the length of the Flemington Straight.
So you weren't actually saying that he'd done nothing before today?
Oh, look, winning best on ground was...
Oh, I see, he's elevated.
Yes.
He's elevated.
Legend status. What he did beforehand, and then he was recognised. He put himself on the big stage.
Good save. Well done,
Absolutely.
Chris. I'm impressed.
I wouldn't have made a goal. Good goalkeeper, though. Although, married life, mate, I'm used to carrying a shovel in my hand. Just keep digging. Kick up towards...
Oh, lovely.
Kick up the hello to Jess if you're watching. No, she won't be watching today.
Hammond doing probably the best thing he's done since the second quarter. It's an unfortunate head knock and blood he caught before. Oh, lovely.
There, Cockatoo Collins, the Preston variety. Right foot kick up towards half forward. Strong mark taken here again by Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown finds a teammate now in Ben Murray, and he'll go back and become the first multiple goal scorer for Morningside.
Yeah, nice tempting fate there, Chris. But again, Jordan Brown's work to get through, and it did start from Hammond at the back. So they've still got it, Morningside, and if you call yourself a proud club, this is the situation where you prove it.
Chance here for the Panthers, and they have got a belated one there. Jordan Brown set up Murray, and that's his second goal.
And of course, we live in a world where Maroochydore Seniors side has changed the perception of what's possible to do late in a game.
Correct.
That will not be the last time we say that today, because it's a bit of a, not a cloud, but I mean, what Morningside did last week to Labrador Seniors has just coloured the whole competition. So we no longer look at a side trailing by 41 points early in the fourth quarter and think, well, it's still game over.
Absolutely.
We just don't anymore.
We've heard stories of people leaving the game last week in a time on, and then find out that actually the game was the result went the other way. So the landscape of football here in Queensland, it's probably the most talked about 10 minutes of football we'll see at any level. And on grand final day, where anything can happen, we can certainly see that happen today as Hoeford pumps the ball long, and a free kick given away prior to the ball getting there will go to Ethan Edwards, who has done some good things today.
Indeed. Hoeford probably the one player on ground who's been outdone by his opposite direct opponent in Walbers.
Correct. That's exactly right.
And that's talking about Walbers, not Hoeford. I'm not bagging him.
Oh yeah, Walbers has been arguably one of their best today as he comes up, and he was going to hold a free kick either. Yeah. But that just shows that he's been the best big man on the ground.
Yes.
In fact, it was a free kick.
It's gone to Murray.
Going for goal number 3. Walbers was there anyway.
Yeah, putting pressure on, creating opportunity. He can take some credit for this free kick.
Well, Ben Murray, at the 6-minute mark, it cuts the margin back to 6 goals. He's got to kick it. That's the problem. And it's a problem because it's been a tough afternoon for them. As that ball is a goal. Write it in the book. Here come the Panthers. We're calling it now. The comeback is when there's a will, there's Maroochydore saying there is a way.
Good goal umpiring there, incidentally, because the touch came very close to the line. We'll see that in just a moment. Not the sweetest kick from Murray, but it only has to be good enough. And again, the lead-up play towards, even though it was a free kick rather than a mark, Morningside's ability to at least get it to centre half forward. Good effort on the line there, but yeah, there was no argument. Murray did the absolute minimum to get that ball through the sticks for 6 points. Not an ounce of effort wasted.
Everything he needed to do. There's a sense that there could be a few more opportunities. He's got back-to-back goals here in this game. I'll say you what, Daniel, if they get the next one within the next 3 or 4 minutes, there's a pulse. As Walbers pushes the ball forward. Inside the forward 50, left foot kick, up and under. Can Murray get his hands on the ball? Free kick, oh no. Labrador with the free kick.
Good effort from Cockatoo Collins at centre half forward to get the ball that far and give them an opportunity.
On his opposite foot too, I think.
Oh, it's while being swung around like a merry-go-round. It was incredible.
Free kick here to Labrador. Across half back. Good fly by Hoffert.
He heard me. Thought, nah, lift him the game now.
He realises there's a comeback brewing. Kick up towards half forward. Big fly. Couldn't quite bring it down there as Rubok. Speaking of players that could do anything spectacular in this last quarter. Let's see this here. Strong mark taken here by Big Tommy. Taking down, I think, Ed Milan in the process.
And Hoffert, Rubok nearly matched him. It's further up the ground.
Absolutely. Here's an opportunity now. The Panthers. Oh, there's just a bit of a feeling here now as Ryan Cole up towards half forward. Nelson Couldn't quite take the mark now. That could be costly. Kick back up towards the corridor. Here's Reeves just slowing it down. Switches it out here to Baird. Baird now, well, it eventually lands in his lap fortuitously there against Baxter. Baird up towards half forward. Comes off the hands there. The player in front here in Gibbison. Did he get boots of ball? Did he have prior opportunity? None of the above. And the ball has just been taken over the line. In fact, holding the ball, he's dragged that in. There was a fair bit happening there, and Gibbison will have the free kick. Macy's trying to plead his case there.
Bit late now.
Gibbison inside the forward 50. Rubach! Oh! Like in a Rubik's Cube, he's very hard to figure out, but when he can put it all together, it is top shelf stuff. Looks magnificent when he gets it all together, Rubach.
And of course, when the game was still in the balance, he was the one who really stepped up forward. So for mine, that still puts him in big OG consideration.
I've been sitting on that for a while. Been thinking about it.
You're appalling, Chris. You're a disgrace to commentary.
Absolutely. Kick up towards Moncrief here at half back. Spent it before he had it here is Coombs. Working hard there. It was Billy Evers, and we'll see it all up. 35 points of margin. They need a goal here, Morningside. They need to take the ball out of this contest. And I'm just going to pick a player. I'm going to pick Alex Nelson to redeem himself from not getting the ball at half forward. As Walbers, he's literally doing it with one arm at the moment. He's just taking them to the cleaners. Ricochets out of bounds. Boundary throw in. That's 60 from goal. Yeah,
Nelson to centre half forward hasn't yielded a reward yet because firstly they've only got the ball to him twice, and secondly when it's got there he hasn't done anything with it. So yeah, no reward yet.
Absolutely, and to be fair to him as well, the kicks exactly haven't gone to him too well.
No.
And they're just going to redo that throw in. We have seen that on a number of occasions on this side of the ground across both games today. And for those who are just joining us, in the Colts game, Labrador 14-7-91 defeated Broadbeach 6-8-44. And Nathan Wright, best on ground there, number 25 in the ruck there for the Tigers. One of the most commanding performances you'll probably see today is a switch across the outer side. Doesn't have, as a teammate in support, the handball was a little bit overzealous. Handball back inboard, left foot kick. This could ice it. Not forthcoming there for Mr. Anderson, minor score. I think he's still recovering from that massive hit in that third quarter. We'll be talking about that for a while.
Indeed. They some good Morningside performances at the back. I think Ethan Edwards has not stopped trying. Wilson Barry as well, who has the ball now. Just the sum of the parts hasn't been there.
Yeah, just been able to link between the arcs really. It's fallen down for them. As the ball slips through the grasp there. Almost pulled the trigger there was Billy Evers. Right foot kick around the body from Rubach. Minor score.
Yeah, he only got one side of the cube finished there, didn't he, Chris?
Knee slap. 6 goals of margin. Labrador have exactly doubled the score over the Panthers.
Oh, one more now, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. 6+1. Out towards Murray. Can he take the mark here? That he does. He's got to get going really quickly. He hasn't been afforded that with Mackenzie Riddle hot on his hammer. Brings the ball out to Halkias here. Opportunity for the Panthers. Mung. There was anything but convincing, but it still might come off. Running through is Jake Chapman. Jake Chapman kicks the ball inside the forward 50, and the ball just bounces away there from Jordan Brown, and that ball might be bouncing away from a Morningside revival here at the 12-minute mark of the final term.
For whatever reason, Jordan Brown just did not read the flight of that ball at all. He just couldn't get a handle on it, and that's unlike him, so yeah.
Chapman probably ran out of petrol tickets as well. Yeah, a bit more time up his sleeve.
And I've generally liked Chapman today. I think he's been excellent losing side, crashing through the middle.
Been a treat to watch. He's going to fly here. From behind, in front, Murray couldn't take the mark there. Still inside the field of play. Halkias is wrapped up. How much prior opportunity do you have? Plenty of opportunity. GAW and gone. Free kick, and Freeman, who's been wearing Halkias like a glove for the most part, gets the ball rocking and rolling on the Luke Coombs. Coombs inside the forward 50 here for Labrador. Pat Turner plays on now. Left foot kick, and a left foot point. 4 goals, 2 for him on the board today.
You almost expected that to go through.
You did, didn't you?
Freeman will not win best on ground, but I would imagine that when Labrador named their best for this game, Byron Dunellan will absolutely put him in the top 6 for the influence he's had on taking Halkias out.
League best and fairest winner. Having zero influence on this game, pretty much. That's all you can ask for. He's been given a role today, and he's played that role to perfection.
And no real counter from Morningside either. They haven't had a plan B for that. They must have seen it coming. Must have. Hasn't,
See that strong mark there on the replay from Big Tommy. And he's going to have a shot. Tommy Hayford. So this will snuff out any hopes of a revival. Right foot kick. It'll go up towards the top of the square. Comes off hands. Ball about 20 metres out from goal. And a free kick too high. And that'll go to Morningside.
Edward Mallon was lucky there. That was the most lackadaisical punch I've seen for... actually, it was Purslow, I apologise. But even then, no energy at all.
Yeah, the Sting's slowly coming out of this game. There's still a chance. You just never know. Maybe another 13 minutes to go in this quarter. That quarters go 27 and a half, about 26 and then 28 and a half. And in the last quarter, let's produce 5 goals. It went 28 and a half minutes. So, you just never know. That's the way football rolls sometimes. And we'll talk about it for the next game as well. As trying to fend off there was Jake Chapman. Couldn't shrug off his opponent. Just feel now, Daniel, that maybe that's it. They've just fired their best shot.
Yes, basically. It's
just that feeling around the ground that it's done.
Yeah, I think people are starting to head towards the food vendors and say, okay, we'll stock up now for the seniors, beat the rush, which is a shame because even though the result might be in doubt, grand finals have moments that you do not want to miss. It's not just about who wins. Is that the romantic in me? Yes,
absolutely,
it is.
Yeah. Just don't want anyone heading home because you just never know. Again, we know people headed home 10 minutes to go left in the senior game last week. We know what happened there. Kick up towards half forward. Well, okay, that's Coombs. Uncontested mark at half back. Reeves switches across the outer side. Evers, another one that's got better as this game has got on. Out to shade and close. Just needed to pick it up, and he does. Right foot kick over the head there of Turner. Barry's dispossessed of it. Goes back and lays the tackle on Turner. And we see a ball up. Now we're starting to go through. Who, if you had to pick a 1, 2, 3, or just 2, 3 players to best on ground, I'll give you a few moments to think about that one. As this play continues, snap around the body. And a minus score from James Smith.
I was thinking before that no one from Labrador, it's been such a team performance, no one's had a 4-quarter match.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of who's made regular telling contributions, for me, shade and close just shades the likes of Reebok and Turner.
Yep.
And Reeves.
Yep. I think you put up a good argument there. And Luke Coombs will go back and have his first shot at goal.
Now this is for show. He's going to lay it up into the square. Patrick Turner is looking deceptively lazy. Now he's on the lead.
Kick up towards a ricochet off Turner, actually. It must be said there as Connolly goes back in. You've seen enough footy, you know what happens. As Barry just puts the ball up and under, and mark taken there by Riley Johnson. So Riley Johnson for the Tigers. Low, short kick. Almost slipped over the back. Reeves. Great.
The poet in me is predicting that Reeves and or Connolly are going to produce something in this last quarter. Just get themselves on the score sheet so there's a permanent reminder that, yes, they were here and they made contributions.
They might have a chance now, depending on who's going to get near the ball. Yeah, I think James Smith will have possession of the ball. That was a horrible kick in there from the Morningside. But they're 40 points down.
Oh, the energy's gone from them. It's not a physical thing. They're not unfit. It's just when you're in this position in a grand final, just every bit of energy goes just straight out of your body.
I thought when the ball went inside the forward 50 and the ball bounced away, I thought that was the moment. Any hope of a comeback was snuffed out right there. As the Panthers try and paddle the ball up towards the corridor now, just taking the game on now. Here is Jake Chapman. It's something that he's done for 4 quarters. He's wrapped up straight away, holding the ball. Party time here for the Tigers. Premiership number 2.
The options ahead of him were too far away.
Yep.
He couldn't really do anything other than hope he could break the tackle there.
You saw there on the replay, there was a great tackle.
Yeah.
Comes up now. Mark here by Tyler Brown. Done some great things today.
That was unnecessarily spectacular, though. That
Right full kick up towards centre half forward. And it's Close and Reeves in close proximity to getting that ball now. Ball there at half back there for the Panthers. And a kick in no man's land. Matty Watmuff. Mark's uncontested.
Hasn't had to do too much today, Watmuff, but what he has done has been correct the whole time.
Yep.
So.
If he's had 7 or 8 touches, they have hit targets. And
Yep, again.
they're just enjoying it.
Yep.
And Brown likewise. Just
Every time he's needed to do something, he's just done it.
Yep. Ball turned over there. Freeman's trying to inject himself in the contest there, but he's played his part today, as Daniel rightfully pointed out. As the Tigers trying to generate some high-intensity pressure. Reeves, he's taken down the ground there by Ed Milan, and we'll see a ball up. And we'll see this here on the replay. Reeves, bang! Cop that, says Edward.
Mallon and Chapman played a bit of top grade this year, and I predict more for them. I've been very impressed with their efforts today and their skills.
Well, there's certainly a lot of talent in this Morningside lineup. Ball inside the forward 50. Left foot kick misses there from Jordan Brown, who you've rightfully said he deserves a goal. It's been there for him for the taking, and
it's not going to happen though.
No,
but just So
with that kick, it's it just sort of highlights that.
Not his fault, just one of those days.
So the Tigers setting it out through Clarence Baird. 20 and a half minutes gone. The Premiership is heading over to Labrador. 2 from 2 in a commanding season where they did finish as minor premiers. Game hasn't lived up to the hype that we would hope. But when you get a kick after the siren to determine the result, that's a pretty high bar to set. Right foot kick there from Morningside. Inside the forward 50. Well, he might just prove us wrong here, Daniel.
I hope so.
He elects to pass. Inside the forward 50. Ball hits the deck. Reeves is wrapped up again there by Milan for the second time in about a minute and a half. Ball there to Halkias. He spins around, pops the ball up. It's taken here by Watmuff. A dribbling kick out towards the boundary line. If it dribbles out, it'll be out of bounds for a free kick, but it still stays inside the field of play. Lovely work. Boundary throw in there, and the Tigers, the game is firmly in the balance. You see on the replay, the pressure hasn't stopped.
Well, Halkias had more space there than he's had all day, but I think that's simply because people like Freeman and Connolly were inside looking for opportunities, because I won't say the party started, but you can definitely play with a lot more freedom in this kind of situation.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a time of the grand final where you can really, really celebrate and just enjoy this moment, regardless of what happens now. But Milan, he is in line to do something that's great reward for effort.
Oh, well, he'll be in Morningside's best today. He's been outstanding. Milan, Chapman, Hammond Early, Walbers, sorry.
Yep. Most definitely. There's Milan. Right foot kick. He poked at it, lands at the top of the square. And that's a mark taken here by, I think, is that Murray again?
That's Murray again. Lay it off to Brown. Be nice. Lay it off to Brown. Or score yourself. Fair enough. You got 3.
So Ben Murray for goal number 4. Plays off, kicks it to the man of the mark. Now, I'll ask you the question. How did you rate Matt Freeman's game today?
Well, he did his role. I mean, he didn't do anything spectacular. I wouldn't have thought that he had a lot of possessions.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of possessions, but he's played his role. That's for sure. Kick up towards half-back. Good tackle, very good tackle. And the umpire in the outer zone. See there, that for the free kick for too high there. He was right on it too. He was in a better position. And you can hear the supporters over the other side. You cannot argue with that. Kick up towards half forward. Good spoil from behind. Heads out towards the boundary line there. Panthers spearing kick inside the forward 50. It's just not happening for them late in the game. Milan, he's stripped of it. And we'll see a ball up, or will we see holding the ball?
I think we'll just see a ball up in that situation. If that's a prior opportunity, then no, I can't think of a metaphor. But I'm glad it wasn't a prior opportunity. No, good decision.
So can the Panthers get one late one here? Murray with the man in the gun. He had to come from behind. Halkias, handball over the top. The Tigers again, squeezing a kick out. And Reeves is heading out for just a premiership stroll, really. Out to Close. Close back over the top now to Coombs. And that'll do it! Labrador are your 2021 reserve grade premiers here in the QAFL.
And 2 out of 2 for the Labrador club today. And of course, over the course of the season, they dominated the top grade as well. Basically, the champion club in the QAFL for 2021. The Labrador Tigers, congratulations. It's been a good day for the Gold Coasters.
Absolutely outstanding performance from them. Who have been some of the leading goal kickers today?
Sure, we've got Patrick Turner with 4 for Labrador. We've got 3 for Blair Rubach, 2 for Reece Coombe. For Morningside, 3 to Ben Murray, 1 to Edward Mallon, 1 to Dylan DeRosa. I have a feeling I've missed a couple there, but sorry, I apologise.
That's perfect. They're shading close. You've got a late one there.
Yes.
If you had to pick a best on ground,
look again. I mean, it was such a team performance from Labrador. I would still stick with Shaden Close simply because he was able to make telling contributions in each quarter. I get that Matt Freeman's done his role. I'd prefer to give these sorts of awards to more creative players. But of course, Turner and Rubach, yes, they had the ball delivered to them on a platter, but we've seen lots of games, over history where the ball is set up for the forwards and they don't give the team their reward. So what they did today to make sure that Labrador was rewarded for its efforts can't be underestimated. They were superb. Well,
it's been a pleasure being in your company now. It's a terrific game of football. Stick around. We've still got the senior blockbuster to come, but it's 2 from 2 out of 2 available here for the Labrador outfit. They've celebrated their second premiership of the day. That was a 39-point win to go with their 47-point win in the Colts. My name's Chris. On behalf of Daniel Nice.